Hello everybody, it's me Heather, and today I have a first impression of the new Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation line. So I picked up the foundation, the concealer, and the powder. So you're going to see me trying it out for the very first time, wearing it for some hours, and then just giving you my overall impression and review. So let's do that, shall we? Here we go. I have cleansed and moisturized my face, so there's nothing on my face. I'm not even going to use primer because I want to see how this applies to my skin without additional prep, as well as see what the wear time is. So I'm going to start off with the Ready Set Gorgeous Brush Complexion Oil-Free Foundation in number 210 Medium Beige. I hope this color is decent. I'm not quite sure. You know how sometimes it can be kind of tricky picking these out. I'm just going to start off with about kind of a pea-sized amount right there, and I'm going to apply this with my fingers because it's a drugstore product, and I'm assuming a lot of people will probably use their fingers to apply it. So it doesn't have any kind of bad smell to it. It actually feels really nice and lightweight on my skin. I'm obviously going to need a little more because I like a little more coverage, but first impression's not too bad. The color match is not too bad. Might be a little light for now, but it might oxidize. We'll see what happens. Okay, the color match is not too bad. I actually like this. It matches pretty well with my neck, my chest. So we'll see if it darkens throughout the day. It may look a little light now, but that's because we're not one color naturally. So when you apply foundation all over, it always looks way too light or just too light. So I definitely am in need of concealer. So they have concealer in 215, 220. I have a foundation in 210. I think they do have a concealer in 210, but I had trouble finding it when I picked it up. I think it was just sold out, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it before other times when I've seen this stuff around. So it just says concealer, easy breezy beautiful, ready set gorgeous. It's oil free. Okay, here's what I was looking for. So it does say that it helps conceal dark circles and imperfections in an instant. Lightweight formula, glides on smoothly, blends easily, and lasts all day. So we'll put that to the test, won't we? So I'm just going to open this up. It's got a doe foot applicator, and I'm just going to apply it right here, kind of in a triangle fashion. Okay, and I'm going to blend it out with my fingers. It's actually much lighter than I anticipated, so I'm actually glad that I did grab this one in 215, 220, and this have a medium, 215, 220 medium. So I'm glad I actually got this one instead of finding the one that was actually 210, because if this one's this light, imagine how light 210 would have been. So this is a pretty good match if you like that lightening brightening effect. So here it is without, so it definitely makes a difference. I wouldn't use this concealer on like blemishes because it has such a brightening effect. But it definitely works nice for brightening and highlighting and concealing dark under eye circles. It's nice and lightweight. foundation has dried down to kind of a semi-matte finish, which is really quite nice. And I feel like I need just a touch more foundation on my forehead. Like in my viewfinder, I feel like this is showing up much lighter than my forehead is. So, and even in my mirror. So I'm just going to take a little more foundation, just a tiny touch. I don't normally pick up drugstore pressed powders. They're just not my bag. I really don't like powder foundations. This says powder foundation on it, so it's not just a setting powder. This should be, let's see, covers like liquid makeup to help even skin tone for a natural look. Extra fine oil absorbing powders control shine. So as you can see, this has kind of a semi-matte finish, so you can see basically like natural skin shine on my skin already. So if you like that, you can just leave it at that. A lot of times when I'm making these videos, I prefer to have, you know, a more matte looking face so I don't blind you guys with shininess. So I went ahead again and I picked up the powder in 215 and 220. This is in the shade medium. And we'll just see how it looks. It does come with a little sponge. A lot of times these can really make this go on very concentrated. And I don't want it to go on that concentrated, but I will go ahead and use it around my nose area and just dab lightly. That's actually not too bad. I thought it was going to be like really dark, really concentrated. So I'm going to go ahead and use it over my T-zone here, just down my forehead and across my cheeks. I'll also go ahead and set my under eye concealer. So far, I'm really liking this entire Ready Set Gorgeous collection. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to come back later in the evening and just see how this held up throughout the day, and, you know, we'll just see what it looks like in, you know, some hours from now. It's already kind of late in the day over here. It is almost 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. So I'll come back later tonight. I tend to be a night owl, so I'll probably come back around like 10 p.m. or just later in the evening, and I'll just wrap up this first impression, let you guys see how it went. Okay, I'll see you guys later. It is about 10:23 p.m., so a little more than 5 hours since I shot the first half of this video, and I'm not gonna lie, I am pleasantly surprised with this foundation line. I was not at all expecting good results. I was really just, I mean, each of these items, the foundation, the concealer, the powder, they cost, at Bed Bath & Beyond where I found them, they cost no more than $6 a piece. They were all around the $5 and some change mark, so that's, you know, an entire foundation line for around $18. So I was just honestly not expecting anything fantastic. So this is the foundation about, you know, more than 5 hours later. I didn't touch up at all. I went ahead and touched up my lipstick before I came on here. But other than that, this foundation, like I said, it had no noticeable scent. It has a semi-matte finish. It feels really lightweight on the skin. It's actually medium coverage, which surprised me. So, I mean, if you want coverage, but you don't want full coverage, this is nice. This is actually a really nice foundation. If you're looking for something new and different to try, definitely worth checking out. I'm having a little bit of breakthrough shine just in my T-zone area, you know, my nose, my forehead, a little bit on my cheeks, but it was also a rather hot day here. It was a bright and sunny day, and I was out. Pretty much right after I did my makeup, my boyfriend and I went and did our, you know, Sunday errands. So we were out for a couple of hours, and we just got done watching an episode of Orange is the New Black on Netflix and eating pizza. And so this is the foundation holding up pretty nicely. Also the concealer, once I set it with the powder, I have not touched that up. It hasn't creased. It's really quite good. So thumbs up all the way. If you guys are curious about this line, curious about checking it out, I say definitely go for it. Really splurge on it. Go for the whole line. Even if you're not usually a concealer person, this one's worth trying out. It's a nice formulation. It's lightweight, very brightening. The only thing I would say is I wouldn't use it to cover, say, acne blemishes or any kind of dark spots. So if you have like spots on your cheeks, I probably wouldn't use this because it does have a brightening effect. So you just might end up having a lot of bright dots on the areas you want to conceal, but it works great on, for example, the under eye area if you're having dark circles. And you saw me use it on my nasolabial folds to kind of try to reflect light a little bit so they don't look as deep. But definitely nice. And again, the powder, I was surprised. I thought it was going to be a really heavy, cakey powder. And actually, when I put it on, it was actually quite nice, lightweight formulation. So I'm just actually going to go ahead and just touch up while we're talking. Be the first time I touched up. So now you can see I got the natural oil, so it's going to grab right there. So you'll want to watch out for that. But other than that, oh, and also with these kinds of sponges, if you use them, you know, you could always use like a powder brush of any kind, blush brush, powder brush, and to get like a softer coverage to just like touch up or set your concealer and your powder. Then the powder won't be as concentrated as when you use a sponge. But if you do use sponges, don't keep these forever. Throw them out. I know people will keep like a compact for 6 months, a year, years on end, and use the same sponge the entire time. Oof, that's just so gross. Just all the bacteria and oil that gets caked in there, and then you keep putting it on your skin, and it starts clogging your pores, and you start breaking out. It's just gross. So honestly, I recommend if you use these, throw them out once a week. Now, I know the shape is weird, but don't let that throw you off. You can buy disposable round sponges. Just cut it in half, and then you'll have the same shape essentially, and it should fit right in there. So no big deal. So yeah. So Ready Set Gorgeous from Covergirl. Awesome. I'll be getting good use out of this. I really like it. The colors, it did oxidize a bit, but not much. Not too much. It does have a little bit more pink in this shade. I have shade 210 medium beige. There is a little bit more pink in it. I would prefer more of a more yellow undertone, so maybe 220 might be better for me. I just won't know unless I try it. But yeah, so if you guys try this out, let me know what your results were and how it works for you. And thank you guys so much for watching this first impression. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr. Instagram's my favorite. I'm on there pretty often. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.